Greetings! Mantor879 here, and welcome back to another deck profile video for Cardfight Vanguard Deer Days! Alright then, let's get started. Pressing the A button now, and loading game! Proceeding, and here we are in the main menu, to the edit deck menu. And now in today's video, the deck profile I'm going to be doing one for is Dark States, Diabolos, Violence, Bruce with D-BT01. Alright then, so let's get to the edit deck menu. So for this deck profile video, like I said, I'm going to be using a Dark States Bruce deck composed of cards only with cards up until D-BT01. So first off, I'm going to be using this DST02 as the base for the deck, okay? Now let's get on to the edit deck menu. Okay, so for the deck menu, let's first start with the right deck. For the right deck, the grade 3 Diabolos Violence Brutes, the main deck card used in this deck. Its skills are: first skill, auto as a Vanguard. At the start of your right phase, until the end of the turn, you Final Rush. Specific units get a power up when you are in Final Rush. Second skill, auto as a Vanguard. When this unit attacks, if you are in Final Rush, Soul Blast 5. If the cost has been paid, you may stand all of your front row rear guards. So for Bruce, the first skill, Final Rush. This is pretty much the main ability for the Bruce decks. As long as you have Bruce in your Vanguard at the right phase, at the beginning of the right phase, you'll be able to activate Final Rush and all other abilities available to it. And the second skill, as long as you are in Final Rush, as long as you don't mind paying the hefty cost of Soul Blast 5, you can stand all of your front row rear guards, giving you more attacks to work with. So that's the power of Bruce, the main card of this deck. And now for the other grade 3, Time Fishing Fist Colossus. Skill, auto, when placed on the rearguard circle, you may Soul Charge 1. And if you are in Final Rush, Counter Blast 1. If the cost has been paid, this unit gets plus 15,000 power until the end of the turn. So, yep, just by calling it, not only can you fill up your soul with Soul Charges and Soul Blasts for your Bruce's skill, but as long as you're in Final Rush, for a mere Counter Blast of 1, Time Fishing Fist Colossus can serve as a 28,000 point attacker by himself, so reducing the number of Colossuses by 3, so I'm only playing 3 in this deck, so wait, then let's get on to pack, apply filter, apply for D-BT01, apply filter, okay. And now for the other grade 3, I'm going to play grade 3, Upward Acrobat, Marjorie. Skill, auto, as a rearguard, once per turn. When this unit attacks, if you're in Final Rush, cost, put one of your other rearguards into the soul. If the cost has been paid, you may draw a card and Soul Charge 1. And this unit gets plus 10,000 power to the end of the turn, So for Marjorie, just by attacking her, as long as you're in Final Rush, as long as you don't mind giving up another rearguard in your field, not only can you draw a card and Soul Charge, but Marjorie can also serve as a 23,000 point attacker on her own. So for her, I'm playing 3, okay. And now for the right deck, grade 2, Diabolos Anger, Richard, skills, the first skill, auto, when placed on the Vanguard circle, put a rearguard into your soul, draw a card. And the second skill, continuous, rearguard. If you are in Final Rush, this unit gets plus 5,000 power. So for Richard, just by riding him, by giving up a rearguard into your soul, you can draw a card. And the second skill, as long as you're in Final Rush, Richard can serve as a 15,000 point attacker on his own, so we're keeping 4 of him. Then the grade 2, Icicle Ionizer, removing him. I'm not going to play any of this guy. And now on to the grade 2 lineup. For grade 2, it's going to be playing grade 2, Diabolos Boys, Eden. Skills, first skill, continuous as a rear guard. If you are in Final Rush, this unit gets plus 5,000 power, and if it restands by a card effect, critical plus 1. And the second skill, auto as a rear guard. When this unit attacks hits, you can Counter Blast 1 and choose one of your opponent's rear guards to retire. So for Eden, just by having your Vanguard in Final Rush, he can serve as a 15,000 point attacker on his own. And if you have the fortune of restanding him, like with Bruce's skill, he also gets plus 1 critical, making Eden a very powerful attacker for your front row. And the second skill, as long as the attack hits, as long as you don't mind counterblasting 1, you can retire one of your opponent's rear guards. So for Eden, he's a good front row attacker and potential rear guard retirer, so putting 4 of him in the deck, okay. And now for the next grade 2s, let's see. For this other grade 2, Steam Gunner Brony, When skill auto, when placed on the Guardian Circle by counterblasting 1, if he costs him hate, this unit gets plus 5,000 shield until the end of battle, so I'm not gonna play this guy. Removing him from the deck, and now okay, so I'm just gonna be playing these two Grade 2s, Richard and Eden. Let's get on to the Grade 1 lineup. Right deck, Grade 1, Diabolos, Bad Steve. Skills, first skill, auto. When placed on the Vanguard Circle, choose a card from your soul and call to the back row, center, rearguard circle, and soul charge 1. And second skill, continuous, rearguard. If you're in final rush, this unit gets plus 5,000 power to the end of until the whole turn. So for Steve, his first skill, just by riding him, you can take a card from your soul and call to the back row, center, rearguard circle, and then soul charge, giving you a potential booster from the back row and an extra soul in your Vanguard soul stack. And the second skill, just by being in final rush, Steve can serve as a 13,000 point attacker for the front row or a 13,000 power booster from the back row, making him a very powerful card to have in your rear guard. We have 4, so we're keeping 4. And now, let's see, Grade 1, Acrobat Presenter. Skill auto as a rear guard. Whenever this unit attacks or boosts, if your Vanguard is Diabolos Violence Bruce, you may soul charge 1. And if you're in final rush, soul charge 1. So for Acrobat Presenter, just by having Bruce as your Vanguard, whenever you attack or boost this card, you can soul charge 1. And if you're in final rush, soul charge 1 more. So potentially he can serve as a 2-card soul charger by attacking or boosting of him. So I'm gonna be reducing the number to 3, only gonna be playing 3 of this guy. And now for Grade 2s, Grade 1, sorry. The Grade 1, Steam Battler Gunnerum. Skill, first skill, auto. When placed on the rearguard circle, you can soul charge 1. And the second skill, action, rearguard, once per turn, soul blast 3. If the cost him hate, you can draw a card. So for Gunnerum, his first skill, just by calling him, you can soul charge 1. And the second skill, as long as you don't mind paying the hefty cost of Soul Blast 3, you can draw an extra card, increasing your hand size. So for him, we're going to be playing 3 of this. And now the Grade 1, Protobulb Dragon. Skill, auto as a rear guard. Whenever this unit's attack or boost, if you are in final rush, you can counterblast 1, move another rear guard into your soul, choose a card from your soul and put it into your hand. So for Protobulb Dragon, as long as you are in final rush, whether he attacks or boosts, as long as you don't mind paying the cost, you can get any card from your soul back to your hand, potentially a Persona Ride or Perfect Guard unit or any other card you should take out from your soul to return to your hand. So I'm going to reduce the number of Gunrums to 2 and putting 3 Protobulbs in my deck. And now for the Grade 1, Sentinel, Psychic Prima Miranda. Her skills are, first skill, Sentinel, you have only up to 4 cards in hand. When this card is placed on the Guardian Circle, discard a card from your hand, choose on your units, and it cannot be hit until the end of the battle, so it's a basic Perfect Guard. Gonna be removing 4 of her and replacing her with this Perfect Guard instead. Grade 1, Recusal Hate Dragon, Sentinel, Perfect Guard. When this unit is placed in the Guardian Circle, choose one of your units, it cannot be hit until the end of the battle. And if your hand has 2 or more cards, choose a card from your hand and discard it. So just like any other Perfect Guard in the Cardfight Vanguard trading card game, it features the same skill and condition. Just by guarding of him, by discarding a card, you can completely block an attack. But it also features a second ability. If you have less than 2 cards in hand when you guard him, you don't have to pay the usual discard 1 hand cost to play a Perfect Guard, so he's pretty much a great last-ditch defense for desperate situations, so playing 4 of him. And now the Grade 1 normal order, Brother Soul, Soul Charge 2, taking out 3 of him. And the Grade 0 starting unit, Diabolos Innocent Matt. When written on top of, you went second, draw a card, the starting unit of this deck, so okay, then next up, I'm just gonna play. I'm still overloaded on cards, not good, so then I'm going to reduce the number of Marjories in my deck to 2, so I'm playing 4 Bruce, 3 Colossus, and 2 Marjories. And now for the trigger lineup. We have Diabolos, Girls, My, Grade 0, critical trigger, 4 of this. Diabolos Boys, Jake, draw trigger, we have 4, reducing it to 3. We have Grade 0, Diabolos Officer, Killian, front trigger, we have 3, but add 1 more to 4. And then Grade 0, Diabolos Girls, Ariana, heel trigger, we have 4. And now, for this Grade 0, Spirit King of Determination, Ovaria Overtrigger, we're removing it from the deck and replacing it with this Overtrigger, Grade 0, Hades Dragon, Deity of Resentment, Galmech Hell, Overtrigger. Its skill is, additional effect, you get during your turn, all of your Vanguards get plus 10,000 power and plus 1 critical until the end of the fight. So for Galmech Hell, it's like any other Overtrigger, just by revealing in a drive check or damage check, you can draw a card and give 100 million power to a unit on your field, but its additional effect is best used when you have used it in a drive check. If you manage to reveal him, then for the whole fight that you played this card, your Vanguard will get plus 10,000 power and plus 1 critical for the whole fight, making your Vanguard much more devastating to your opponents as a powerful attacker. So putting 1, and with that, that's about all the adjustments made in the deck. So pressing start, finish, overwrite deck being built. And now here's the deck we're playing. So for this deck, we're playing 4 Diabolos Violence Bruce, 3 Time Fissuring Fist Colossus, 2 Upward Acrobat Marjorie's, 4 Diabolos Anger Richards, 4 Diabolos Voids Eden, 4 Diabolos Bad Steve, 3 Acrobat Presenters, 2 Steam Battler Gunrum, 3 Porobalt Dragon, 4 Recusal Hate Dragons, 1 Diabolos Innocent Matt, 8 critical triggers, 4 critical triggers, 3 draw triggers, and 4 front triggers, 4 heel triggers, and the Dark States Overtrigger Galmech Hell. Okay, so that's pretty much the entire deck built for this one. And now let's get to testing out this deck. So first let's change the deck sleeves. Change sleeves. Okay, replacing Bruce's right deck sleeve with the black Team Daybreak sleeve, press Y. And replacing his main deck sleeve with the white Team Daybreak sleeve, press A. Okay, now we just change name for this deck. Change deck name. Oh, look at it. Deck names in this game can only be used in 10 letters. That's pretty limited, so okay. Then we just rename it Bruce. There we go. Press start, accept. Deck renamed, deck rebuilt, explained, and sleeves changed. So, okay. Let's get on to the fight menu next and test out this deck. To fight menu, CPU fight. Choosing the Dark States Bruce deck I built. And now, okay, then I guess my opponent will be Toya Ibata, normal difficulty. Okay, the fight begins. I'm gonna fight Toya with my Diablo Bruce deck. Here we're in the fight, so we're deciding who was first. So, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, I lose, going second, not good. Draw 5 cards, so I return 1 Richard to my hand and 1 critical. Redraw. Alright, stand up, the Vanguard. He rides his Great 1, 4. Alright, my turn. Draw. I ride Diabolos Bad Steve from the right deck. I discard Protobelt from my hand as the hand cost. Call. I activate Matt's skill, draw an extra card. Draw. And Steve's skill, I move Matt to the back row circle. Okay, and next I'm calling. I call Protobelt and Acrobat Presenter, the rear guard. Beginning battle phase. Presenter attacks the Vanguard for 8,000 power. Attack hits. No trigger. Alright. Next, Protoball attacks the Vanguard for 8,000 power. He guards, okay. The attack does not hit, it's blocked. And now, boosted by Matt, my Vanguard Steve attacks the Vanguard. No guard, okay. Drive check. No trigger. And attack hits. What's his damage? Critical trigger. Alright, he wasted a critical. And that's the end of my turn. He's gonna ride Grade 2, Knight Heavenly Spear Rooks. He's revealing a Grade 3 in his hand. He reveals Knight of Broad Axe Refluke and Knight of War Damage Fasado. He got a Try to Protect, not a normal unit, so he cannot call it. He discards it instead. Nice. That Order Cartleton boost in the back row of Grade 3, so I'm safe. No guard. Front trigger. Alright, he wasted another trigger. Lucky me. Taking the damage. Damage check. No trigger. Alrighty then. My turn. Stand and draw. I'm gonna ride Diabolos Anger, Richard from my deck. Right deck. I'm discarding Protoball as the hand cost. Right. Then I'm gonna take Richard's skill. I move a rear guard to the soul. I move Matt to the soul. And I draw a card. I got a Marjorie, okay. I move Protoball to the back row. Presenter in the back row. Then I call Steve and Richard. Now beginning battle phase. My Vanguard. Richard attacks the Vanguard. No guard, okay, drive check. No trigger. And here comes the attack. Ah, no, a heal trigger! He heals 1 damage and now my attacks cannot hit. Ah, what the rotten timing. Alright, end of turn, I cannot attack anymore. He rides Apex Ruler, Bastion. He's using Fort Skill, revealing 3 cards, Knight of Broad Axe Refluke, Knight of War Damage Fasado, and Grand Heavily Sword Alden. He calls Alden. Alden's skill to Superior call another card. He calls Fasado and Refluke. That is a lot of power, not good. He's adding more power to Fasado and calling Sparare. And Alden gets power. Okay, then I'm not gonna... Fasado is a huge amount of power. I can't guard that, so... I'm gonna guard against Alden with the heal trigger, 25,000 power. Guard it, the attack is blocked. And now here comes the Vanguard Bastion. No guard. Twin Drive, first one. Grade 3, oh no, he can restand Alden. Second check. A draw trigger on more power and cards for him. Alright, damage check. Okay, here comes the attack. A ray of light shining down and look at that power. Damage check. No trigger. Bastion skill is gonna restand his Alden. He gets more power. Okay. And adding more power. This is not good. This is not good for me. Okay. Cannot guard. Ow. Damage check. No trigger. And here comes another attack. Okay, no guard. And slash, ouch. Check. Front trigger. The rotten timing. Cannot use this, so Fasado lets him counter charge and soul charge. Alright, stand and draw. I write Diabolos Violence Bruce. I'm gonna discard. Okay, discarding 1 Bruce from my hand to write Bruce. Next up, I'm calling Marjorie over Richard. And I call Steve. And okay, beginning the battle phase. First off, boosted by Protoball, my Steve attacks the rear guard Pasado. 18,000 power, he doesn't guard, alright. Hits and Steve skill, I counterblast 1. I retire rear guard. I retire Alden. And now, boosted by Acrobat Presenter, Marjorie attacks the Vanguard. And now I activate my, let's see, Presenter skill. I return, let's see. Okay, she got 1 damage, sorry about that. Marjorie cannot use her skill because I'm not in Final Rush, so I only activate Presenter skill to Soul Charge. The cards I got in my soul. Oh no, my over triggers in the soul. What rotten luck. Okay, boosted by Steve. Bruce attacks the Vanguard. First check, no trigger. And second check, no trigger. Okay. Here comes the attack. No trigger. And that's the end of my turn. He calls the rear grade 3, calling another one. Okay. I intercept with Eden. Guard. Ow. I don't guard against Bastion. Grade 3, oh no, he can restand. Grade 3, oh no, he can restand and Persona Ride. And the attack hits. Ow. And damage check, come on. No trigger. Here comes Bastion. He restands the rear guard. I guard with Acrobat Presenter. Guard. Now I cannot guard, not good. I have no choice but to take it. Gotta risk it on heal trigger. Come on. Heal trigger, damage check. Yeah, heal trigger, lucky me. I heal 1 point of damage, give the power to my Vanguard. Okay, it's my turn, stand and drop. I activate my Vanguard skill, Final Rush. And I Persona Ride. Riding Diabolos Violence Bruce, draw a card, power in the front row. Next I call Colossus to the rear guard. Colossus skill. I Soul Charge 1, then Counter Blast. Give more power to him. And now, okay, this should be enough, so going to battle phase. Boosted by Protoball Dragon. Colossus attacks the Vanguard. I activate Protoball skill. I counterblast 1 and send another rear guard to the soul. I'm sending I send Steve to the soul. And I place in my hand the over trigger. Galvanish help to my hand. Damage check. No trigger, alright. Next up, my Marjorie attacks the Vanguard, not boosted. I activate Marjorie's skill. I move Protoball to the soul. And give her 10,000 power, I draw a card. He guards, okay. The attack is blocked. Now my Vanguard, Diabolos Violence Bruce attacks the Vanguard. Skill activated, I Soul Blast 5 cards. I Soul Blast, let's see. I'll Cell Blast. These 5 should do it. Alright, Soul Blast 5. Here we go, resetting my front row. He guards. 2 to pass, okay. No pass. First check. Yes, heal trigger. I heal 1 point of damage and give the power to Colossus on the right side. And second check. No trigger. Here comes the attack. Blocked, okay. And now my Colossus attacks the Vanguard to 48,000 power. He perfect guards, okay. The attack is blocked. He discarded Bastion. And now one more attack. My Marjorie, boosted by Acrobat Presenter, attacks the Vanguard. And let's see. I'm not gonna activate. No, I have to activate Acrobat Presenter's skill. I soul charge 2 cards. Ah, perfect guard, the last card in his hand. Here it is. And at least his hand is at 0, so end of my turn. He attacks the rear guard first, so no guard. Damage check. No trigger. Okay, then I guard with over trigger to pass. No trigger, grade 3, you can restand a rear guard. Second check. Perfect guard, another defensive card, so the attack is blocked. And here it comes, he's restanding his rear guard with extra power, okay. I guard with a heal trigger, 28,000 power. The attack is blocked. He's attacking one more time with his rear guard, 25,000 power. I guard with a critical trigger. And attack is blocked. Alright, we're safe. It's my turn. I stand and draw. Final rush. Final rush active. And now, let's see. Not gonna ride. I move Colossus to the back row. I call 1 Colossus. Skill activate. I soul charge 1. And counterblast 1 plus power. And now I call Richard to the... No, I call Steve to the back row. And okay, beginning battle phase. My Colossus attacks the Vanguard for 28,000 power. He got the perfect guard, okay. The attack is blocked. And now, boosted by... Nope, not gonna boost the presenter. Attacking without the boost. Attack the Vanguard. Skill activated. I move the back row Colossus to the soul. Plus power and draw a card. Got a perfect guard, nice. And now, attack. Okay, the attack hits. What's he getting? No trigger, alright. The fight is over, 6 damage, I win. That was pretty tough. I got win, healed 6 damage, 40,000 power attack, 5 times in 1 turn attack, 60,000 shield. Persona Ride, 8 turns passed, did a superior call, retired 5 or more units, drew 3 times in a turn, and guard of 60 or more shield, so I got 2,850 BP, I got a total 16,400 BP, not bad. Press A to go next. And okay, we're done fighting, so with that, I pretty much finished everything I gotta do in this video, so I more or less, I showed you the new deck I'm building, and explained the card effects, and tested out the deck in front of you, so yep, with that, that's all the time we have for today. So first off, I want to say thank you to the viewers watching today's video, and to please stay tuned for more videos I plan to upload again in the near future. I also hope you all show support by liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing to my videos and channel. And with that, I say goodbye!